Well, that was quick. Hello, everybody. My name is Alexia. Today I'm joined once again by my friend Cress.
Hello, everyone.
Today we are going to be casting Division A, teams Yellow Owls versus Tricky Gooses. We're going to see, first off, Tomb of the Spider Queen picked by Yellow Owls. So we're going to see wow, first pick from the side of the Tricky Gooses.
Yeah, both teams actually don't like big maps because it was Alterac, Cursed, Sky Temple, and Shrines banned. So no big maps for
Yeah.
them. I guess they just don't like it. They like it small.
Or, ooh.
It's fun.
Oh. We're going to see a first ban and Nubarak.
Yeah, that is a pretty worthy buy, one of the top tanks at the moment. So no surprises here of the ban. And left side bans Junkrat. He is an absolute menace on this map. With his wave clear, with his zone control, with his traps, with his potential for double soaking at level 13, he is just insane. So I'm not surprised to see this hero being taken away.
Yeah, and then on the right side we're going to see a Kel'Thas ban, which is the OP man, so...
Yep, no OP mans in this game anymore. I mean, Kel'Thas, he has wave clear, that's for sure. Maybe it's a bit of a target ban here, potentially. Not the most common ban, because, Kel'Thas is a scourge of gold and silver players, but, we go. And the Owls opted to ban Anduin, so OP people, being banned since Anduin is currently one of the top supports as well.
Yeah, and we're gonna see a first pick Medivh, which would have been good for the blue side to have that Anduin now, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Medivh, that Killidan must be feeling really confident he's Medivh, because this is a very tricky hero to play and very tricky hero to utilize his power, especially for his team, the potential that he brings for the long range engage with the portals, generally map manipulations to small maps. So Medivh's rotations here are insane. He provides vision and of course potential for great combo with Layla. And I wonder if you're going to see some Diablo APOC. So I'm curious to see the Medivh plays here and how the team will utilize it.
And on the side of the Yellow Owls, we're gonna see a double Archer pickup here with Sylvanas Tyrande, followed by an Uther Tassadar. I wonder if this is gonna be a main tank Uther. We still see those sometimes.
There definitely could be. Main tank Uther, if I remember correctly, was the NA meta for a long time. So that fits. I'm curious if Owls will go into some sort of blow up comp here with like Stitches, for example, or ETC with Tyrande, because she's obviously fantastic with that with a follow up stun and Hunter's Mark. Sylvanas does empower any objective that pushes into the lanes. Obviously, this is a strong push here.
And we're gonna see a tank, both tanks being banned on both sides. Garrosh on the blue side, Johanna on the red side. I would have probably wanted to ban potentially a Stitches with the kidnap potential with the portals.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
yeah, not sure it's something they're gonna go for, but definitely Stitches ban on one side or the other would be pretty strong. As mentioned with Tyrande there. And it seems like we have a full-on women team on the left side there with Vala and Sonya being picked up.
Well, that only means that the tank has to be Mei. Because I don't think there's any other women. Is this a main tank Maiev?
That is a very spicy draft for Gooses there. Very spicy with Medivh and Maiev. Wow. The potential for combo they have is ridiculous, and I'm really curious to see that. Oh my god, there is
It is a main tank Maiev! I'm so excited.
Wow. So, this is unexpected, very much so unexpected. So this is an offlane thrall here with main tank Maiev and solo healer Uther by the looks of it. Okay, color me interested. Let's see how the blue team responds to that. And it's a Muradin. So Muradin is going to be surrounded by 4 pretty ladies here going into battle. I'm sure he can't wait. I'm wondering how the red team's combo is gonna work. So I assume you're gonna teleport Actually, Maiev being teleported onto the backline there could be incredibly dangerous with the tether there, and of course, Thrall and Uther just landing there. Imagine you're Vala, and then suddenly Uther and Maiev appear out of nowhere on you. That's very scary.
Especially considering the blue side has no blind, so those tethers are pretty much guaranteed to land. Seeing potential for a divine shield as well. So that's gonna be an unstoppable Mayav in the backline, and that's quite scary.
It definitely is, and I mean, I guess they have the leap and the silence potential. They have the CC for sure. The Owls, they do have to stop it. Muradin has a stun. Vala has potentially a stun. Sonya can leap onto the backline of the Medivh, and of course Tirana has a stun and the silence. So they have the tools to stop that engage. But I'm curious to see how they're actually gonna play it.
All right, so just to quickly go ahead and introduce these teams on the blue side for the Yellow Owls, we're going to see Corsair playing Sonya, Mahaya playing Sylvanas, Amador playing Tyrande, Save playing Muradin, and Civi playing Vala. That's Vala, right?
Yes, that is Vala. And their opponents, Tricky Gooses in red. We have Birdie playing Tassadar. I'm disappointed he's not playing Falstad. Key playing Uther, Elfboy playing Thrall, Minican playing Maiev, and Killidan on Medivh. He should be on Illidan, but you know.
Listen, it's difficult to see who's who when they have fancy skins, okay?
It is what it is. We have some cheeky Portal Mastery here, Talent, and the Green Lightning. I love Green Lightning, so I'm very happy with him. But there is a little bit of a brawl here already. Uther doing a great job with the stun there, but Medivh was protected, saving the Maiev.
Yep, looks like they're going to portal in for some potential pick on that Muradin. Unfortunately, they are not going to get it. And we are going to see the offlane in on the blue side going top? Question mark? Oh, Sylvanas died. I did not see that.
I did not. You mentioned top lane, and I went there, but there is a Maiev dropping very low. The Tassadar wall trying to lock someone down, but fortunately misses, and everyone's dropping really low. That brawl was
Yeah, this
really
Sonya is in
bloody.
danger. She is getting ganked, and she is going to be tethered, pulled, and killed.
Yep, pretty good rotation from the red team top, trying to get that kill. They have a really insane gank potential. Uther stuns, Maiev has an easy pull, the Tassadar just melts them with his Q, so really well played by him.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have nobody soaking bot lane from the side of the Owls. Nobody has gone there yet. We're going to see another engage from the Maiev. She gets 2 tethers, and we get a pick on the Tyrande.
This is a very brawl-heavy game already. There's a lot of fighting in the mid lane here, so that already sets the tone for the whole game. This will be very interesting to see for sure.
Well, that's something that we definitely want to see in main tank Maiev comp. Oh, we're gonna see a Medivh get stunned, but no follow-up, unfortunately. In the bot lane, we have Maiev stealing the siege camp, while Sonya 1v1's the Thrall and might get... No, she's fine. She's fine. She's gonna make it out.
Yeah, there is the rotation from the blue team trying to get that kill on Maiev, but she's blinks away at 1 HP.
1%.
Very clutch there. 1%, very clutch there from her, saving her life with the blink. That was very close, but good rotation by the blue team. They finally caught into, but there is a big engagement to Sonya. There is a stun, a little bit of damage, but she is Sonya and blinks away with some healing. But Medivh chases, trying to get his stacks. 23 stacks already. That's impressive.
Yeah, the blue side is already a full level behind. They have not been on top of the soak, so they're slowly falling, and nobody scouted the bottom camp either. So that's a little more pressure on that Sonya, who's nearly dead, but she manages to spin away.
Yeah, that Thrall did a lot of damage. The Green Lightning allows you to some really solid 1v1, but the blue team is looking to gank that Thrall, who sniffs some... No, he doesn't. He's still happily pushing. The blue team, scared by the bird, decided to go back to brawling mid, and there's a big tether and the wall, and unfortunately Vala does go down. Muradin is very low HP, tries to run away, but the Medivh portal, and they chase him down. Medivh gets all the kills. Wow.
Yep, yet another great engage from the Maiev here. It looks like the red side has turn-in. Not sure if they are looking to get some more, like the camp, perhaps, because nobody's really making an attempt to secure that turn-in. We're instead going to see the Medivh Thrall pushing bot lane.
And another engage into the mid, trying to gank, but Sylvanas uses her Haunting Wave to get away safely. This camp is still pushing, by the way, and it's almost taken a fort. This has been an insane value for a siege camp that early.
Yeah, absolutely. We're finally going to see the red team turning in here on the top. Is this a shrine? What do you call this?
A turning point, I think.
We'll turn in. We'll call it the spider egg. There you go. Perfect.
Spider, well, it is an egg.
It looks like an egg.
It pops and little spiders come out of it. It's pretty gross if you ask me, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
so the blue team.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying the blue team has to be really careful about that Medivh, who's always on the in the bird, and with their portal mastery, they can always be invaded. This invade, as we saw, is extremely scary with Maiev and Uther combo. So it's absolutely something they have to stay on their toes their entire time. Even the psychological warfare here from the side of the red team is absolutely there. They always have to be careful. And Medivh completes his quest at 4 minutes 30 seconds.
Pretty good. We're gonna... Oh, that's a dead Vala. We're gonna see the red team focusing the mid lane. We get an engage on Sylvanas, tethered, stunned, and killed. Tyrande, she might be behind the fort, but she gets a snipe on the Medivh. I feel like she is still slightly in danger, though.
Yeah, that Medivh aggressively portaling in, getting that Vala kill who got hit by the Webweaver's wave, and he completes his quest and dies. Quest complete, time to feed, as the proverb goes. But he has the stack, so he doesn't lose them. Oh, the Sonya died.
Yes, the Thrall rotated bot lane, and he was just slapping away, but you were talking, so I didn't mention it. He slapped away at that Sonya, and she went down as well. Top lane, the healthiest, but not by a lot. Never mind, mid is healthiest, but... Top is, we usually just sneeze on that one. Oh, Maiev running very low, but she's gonna manage to get away with that shield from the Medivh. Muradin's in danger now. He's gonna get portaled in. However, he does manage to jump out. He's gonna be fine for now. But the red team has 10, and they're only 2 gems away from turn-in.
Yeah, that was a really good blind Stormbolt into the portal. Sylvanas gets away very early. Ooh, Thrall Sundering, trying to secure that kill but misses. And the red team very aggressively goes in after that. There is the cage, there is the...
They don't care if there's a fort. They're just gonna be in there, securing a kill on the Sylvanas, Tyrande. Muradin getting walled in and killed. They're cheap now. These people are savages, and everybody's dead except Sonya, which is now... very afraid for her life here in this little corner.
Did someone tell them it's not games done quick, but NGS looks like they're speedrunning HOTS at the moment.
Somebody does have to leave by 9, so I can see what's happening here. We're gonna see the red team immediately rotate for that boss. And their boss cap is not the fastest, but there's not a lot the blue side can do without 10 and without half their team. Well, they're all alive now, but they weren't a second ago.
Yeah, it's 12 kills to 1, and pretty much all the forts are dead. By 7 minutes, the boss is claimed. This is essentially looking like a super quick win for the red team. They're just insanely getting this massive amounts of advantage right from the start, playing super aggressively, just not taking any breaks, not giving the blue team any time to catch their breath, go for the smoke or anything. They're really going into it.
Looks like the red side is looking for an engage. We see a Maiev coming from the bottom. She's gonna use her whatever in, and she's gonna look for a tether, getting the Tyrande and Sylvanas, but Sylvanas manages to wave away, and Tyrande gets killed by the boss stun. Muradin gets left alone in the backline, but he's gonna jump away. We see a Wailing Arrow on the backline, and but nothing really happens out of it. Maiev once again. Oh my god, that's a 4-man.
Wow.
And into the ley line.
And into the cage. This is a slaughter right there.
This is just a massacre, guys. These people have families.
Yeah, they should call for some United Nations here to just come and save it, because this is a bloodbath. We don't even have time to talk about a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't want to mention that the Maiev pulled Tyrande right into the black hole, and she got stunned because of it, so that was a bit of a nice interaction there. But there is another Webweaver wave descending upon them.
Yeah, they're all half HP, but I'm still quite surprised to see them leave. I wouldn't have been surprised if they actually pushed to try to end with how dominant they've been so far. But I guess they see that what their win con is, and just instead of getting greedy, they just back. Instead, we're gonna see an engage on the Tacitor, but he gets saved by the portal. And that's a leap from the Sonya into the Maiev, but she once again gets out on no HP. Oh, that's Muradin.
Oh wow, that's sneaky fraud. Comes in, presses Q, and leaves back to pushing. But oh, the blue team actually tried getting some counter kills there on Tacitor and Maiev, but they killed Sylvanas instead and Sonya, and everyone's dying actually right now. Oh my god, what a bloodbath. Yeah.
I really like that from Elf Boy. Like he just casually comes in, kills the Murden and leaves like nothing happened.
I came, I saw, I conquered, and I left to AFK split push.
Yeah, but he, oh, we're gonna see the save B-stepping. I wonder if this is the same guy that was B-stepping last time. Probably not, because it was like a DPS player.
Yeah, they're having a little bit of a friendly banter here by the looks of it. The blue team just feels really dominated and they're trying to just...
The red team isn't really attacking them either. They're just like, this one is
no.
like, just let him live for a second before
Yeah,
we,
they're just having a bit
kill
of
them
fun.
once again.
So they kill them. Well, it's a 3-level advantage at this point, so the stats are there. More than is just B-stepping. Oh, there's a stun landing here. I'm not sure what to even cast at this point, because this is a complete...
Yeah, at this point they're just B-stepping away, not even caring that their core is falling. They see no point in continuing this match, it looks like.
Yeah, they just gave up.
Yep, and we're gonna see the game one go over to the side of the Tricky Gooses. Very well played.
What did we just see?
Listen, I don't know what that was.
That was an absolute slaughter. I don't know how to else to comment on that. That was just insane. Red team just absolutely smurfed it.
Yeah, it was a 9-minute 55 game on Tomb of the Spider Queen. That definitely could have ended sooner with all the core pressure they had, and they just simply refused to go end.
I like this restraint from them, to be honest.
You like
they didn't give the enemy the chance to even come back, because if you push to the core, there's always a chance you're just gonna die. The death timers are very low, and they just show extreme restraint. They've been dominating super hard since the beginning of the game, and then they just pulled back. They said, we have the advantage, we took the keep, we have the turn in, we have talent advantage, we have every advantage possible. Let's just not throw it away, let's just play it safe, nice and clean. And they did. Quite impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty flawless. We didn't even get a chance to talk about any of these talents because everything was just happening back to back to back. Oh, looks like there's already a second map. These people are not messing around. Let's go over there.
Someone really is speedrunning Heroes of the Storm today, wow.
And we're gonna be going to Battlefield of Eternity.
Okay, it's a small map again. Potential for a quick end too. I want to see if Tricky Gooses will want to end this very quickly as well. I want to see if they're going to go for a main tank Maiev as well. They're not wasting any time putting us in a proper observer place, which some teams just take time to do that.
I mean, at this point, I would probably ban it. Even though it's likely they can do something similar with someone else that may have the engaged potential that she has is just a little too much for them to handle, looks like.
Especially if the Medivh. The Medivh was absolutely great. They did use the, a bit of a blind stun with the Rain of Vengeance from Vala onto the portal, trying to secure that with follow-up to round this time, but just simply wasn't enough. Everyone is ready by the looks of it.
Well, these people have to leave by 9, and then by the way things are going, they might be out of here before 8.
Yeah, it looks like it. I didn't even get a chance to say the casters were ready. They just started.
No, I did say that we were, so it's not like they just started it. Once again, we see a map pick from the side of the Yellow Owls. We're going to see a first pick to the Tricky Gooses for the second time. They're going to immediately ban the Anubarak once again. It looks like they might be looking for a similar strat here.
Yeah, Nubarak would be good at denying that with his crazy amount of CC that he has, and of course Cocoon. There's the respect, but even absolutely the Cocoon on to engage if something like Maiev tries to go into your backline, just Cocoon them. That's such a great opportunity. But there's the Medivh respect ban. I absolutely do not blame them. Good Medivh with good team behind him is just an absolute monster.
Yeah, the thing though is if they don't ban the Maiev, they can definitely still run it. I see other teams in like Nexus Div, and they just run main tech Maiev with like Uther and then a second support instead of Medivh. So it's definitely still playable.
Well, as we just saw, everything can work.
Yeah, they had like negative siege on the side of the Gooses, but they still pulled it off. We're gonna see another Anduin ban and a Lunara ban from the side of the Tricky Gooses, and we're gonna see where they're gonna pick first.
You don't need siege damage on your team if you take boss and objective. They do plenty of siege on their own.
And that's true. And you don't need to clear waves if you never lose an objective either.
Exactly. That's just a very confident strategy that I admire. Okay, what the first pick's gonna be? I'm expecting something really spicy. Oh, Tychus.
Disappointed in your voice, the disappointment.
Well, I was expecting something really spicy, you know, Mayav, I don't know, Butcher even. Something along those lines. Tychus is pretty standard, but we have Stitch's Uther. So they're taking the Uther away from them. And I see already potential combo hook into Uther stuns. That's definitely a thing.
Yeah, definitely is, and definitely a little bit easier to execute than the Malfurion route. Since it's just point and click CC. There's gonna be the Garrosh on the side of the Gooses.
That is very scary. I mean, Stitches into Tychus is already very scary, and now you just, oh my god, you have so much percentage damage. I mean, right now, Stitches gets thrown in, and both Thrall and Tychus just blow him up. If Tychus goes, for example, for the bigger they are, the Stitches just melts instantly, because he's only saving grace is his hook or his high HP pull, and high HP pull doesn't matter if you have Tychus.
Well, now you're just assuming that his Stitches is actually going to be frontlining. Like, we know how Stitches works a lot of the time.
True, so that's Uther. Although if you do throw Uther, he can just Divine Storm everybody, so that's also a thing. We'll see, but there's already a very scary frontline blow-up potential from the red side. And they don't want to deal with, the blue side does not want to deal with more lockdown potential, so they ban Tychus. Not Tychus, I'm sorry. Stukov, yes, that was the hero I was thinking about, Stukov.
Stukov and a last ban from the Gooses on Greymane. I wonder. Yeah, they actually do have a Greymane player on the side of the Owls. We saw it last week, actually.
Yep, Greymane can be. Greymane is just a decent hero, and if you try to hook someone and you need a little bit of burst, Greymane does have that burst. With if Uther follows up on the stun, Greymane just 100% lands the bullet. Ooh, but we have a spicy blow up with the Ming there. So now we have a Stitches hook into Uther stun into Ming pressing all her buttons. Sounds like a good comp to me.
And another pick on Sonya from Corsair. I'm a big fan of Sonya. That's pretty much all I play.
I like Sonya. She's fun. Definitely, some of the leaps can be very, very fun, and of course, she does a ton of damage, which is always fun. And there's Brywing. Good with the spell shield against Ming. I like it. And the Hanzo. Wow, they do have a lot of damage with the Hanzo arrow, potential engagement there into Thrall's Earthquake, and Tychus just melting at people left and right with the triple melee pretty much from the blue side so far. I like it.
And lastly, a Cassia, which makes sense with all the auto attacks they have on the right side. I don't love her on this map, but I guess we'll see how it does.
Yeah. Speaking of Race, Ming is obviously a very contested pick on BoE because of her insane poke potential that she has. Sonya does bring also some pretty good Race to the table, but of course the red side has W build Hanzo potentially, and he just one-shots the Immortal. And of course Thrall does have a bit of damage on his own, so it's hard to say which team has a better Race, to be honest.
I think the race, I will definitely have to give that to the Tricky Gooses. Looks like the Hanzo W build does shred it pretty quickly. They also have that Thrall for any other race.
Yeah, I guess Tycho's also the high attack speed, so probably they have. And the blue team's gonna be looking for some spicy hooks and then combo follow-up, or even Cassia Valkyrie also pretty much a bit of a hook as well.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility and something that can be spiced. For this time, I'm actually prepared. I took a screen cap of the loading screen, so I don't mess up the heroes. So we're gonna see Corsair once again playing the Sonya, Stitches being played by Save, Liming played by Civi, Cassia played by Mahaya, and I need to scroll down, but the last person is Uther played by Amador.
And their opponents, Tricky Gooses, we'll see they're gonna speedrun this map too. Key on Brightwing, Minican on Garrosh, Birdie on Tychus, Killidan on Hanzo playing Redemption actually, and not W, and Elfboy playing Thrall with Green Lightning again. Interesting choice for Redemption. Sure, increased attack speed for Hanzo does give him a better race, since Hanzo auto attacks do quite a bit of damage, but I'm just 100% expecting that to be a W build.
Yep, they're already looking for that aggressive play with the 5-man bottom. Unfortunately, they don't get anything. We're going to see an engage on that Garage with a stun from the Uther, but he's going to get low. Not quite enough to get a kill. He is a bulky boy.
Yeah, he does get this massive amounts of armor the lower he gets. Obviously, it's kind of hard to kill, but then bribing, seeing in. Ooh, there's another hook on Garrosh and the stun follow-ups. We see a little bit of a sneak peek on how the combo looks like. Stitches lands a hook, there is the Uther stun and Ming Cassia damage, and we saw the Garrosh dropping very, very low. Give him a few more levels and a few more talents, especially Calamity, and the Garrosh would be dead by then.
Yes, and I know you already mentioned it, but I am quite surprised to see an auto attack Hanzo. We see the Garage just run in and throw that Cassia, which gets very low, but they don't have the blow up just yet. On the side of the Tricky Gooses with a Hanzo Tychus, they're more like sustainy type of damage, which is another reason I'm quite surprised to see Redemption instead of like either W or even Q if he's looking to not go for super race build here.
Meanwhile, Sonya is dropping really, really low with that Thrall, doing tons of damage, and she actually has to halve, so that's potentially XP lost unless the blue team rotates someone top, and Thrall seems to be winning this lane quite decisively, but there is a brawl going on. Ooh, Garrosh is being locked down in the fend and hooked back. He's dropping really low, bribing us to use the cleanse, but there's a turnaround against the Cassia, and everyone, all of both victims are very low, but they're going back with their lives.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the blue side messed up too much. We still have the tiny globes that can help them with any missed soak. But once again, Sonya goes in and she is dropping quite low with all the sustain that Thrall has. It's quite a difficult matchup to go against. But she gets a Q off, and she is actually going to get that kill, and that's going to be first blood.
Nicely done there. Sonya does win against Thrall in a hand-to-hand combat. Thrall needs to do a bit of a poking, running away, utilizing his trade in order to beat Sonya. If she engages directly, she should win that, especially if she has a lane to whirl in. So, oh, there is a throw onto Garrosh, Polymorph, and Tychus absolutely shredding him. This is what I was talking about. Exactly the combo. Tychus did not go for the bigger they are, but he doesn't need it. And Stitches gets absolutely shredded. The chunky boy, well, he's no longer chunky when Tychus has something to say in it.
Yeah, kind of interesting to see that the team of the Yellow Owls opted to go for an early side camp instead of contesting that bottom. Maybe they just recognize they can't fight them, potentially.
Maybe the red team is already on the Immortal, and the blue team is very late in the rotation. They almost dropped into the halftime show, so a little bit of late from the blue team. The red has to disengage because defense team is there, and now they're going for it. No,
looks like they are just looking to be aggressive once again. The Garrosh looking for a throw, but it gets stunned by the Uther. He's getting quite low here, and Brightwing, being Brightwing, just ease in, and he is fine. Sonya also dropped quite a bit, but she's not in danger right now. We do get the halftime show procced by the side of the Gooses.
Yes, that Immortal follow-up stun was actually pretty good. Oh, there is a blind on Tychus when he activates his minigun. Very well played, but Garrosh dropping quite low there. Has to throw Sonya away and stun her. But Stitches is trying to go to the Hanzo, who is low on all the resources that he has.
Yeah, they really need to send someone to start racing. They can't just live on their Immortal. Nobody has mana, though, which is quite a bad position to be in. They might just have to give this one.
Yeah, and both teams are racing, and of course, since the red team was early on the objective and way ahead, they managed to get it. And they started a camp, so they're gonna get a camp as well, pushing while the Immortal prepares himself. So, well played. Good position.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing, though. We do it's gonna go bot, and the camp's gonna go top. Sonya should be able to handle it semi-okay. But we're just gonna see how much the Gooses can get here.
Yeah, if they get a good Garrosh throw, they can absolutely kill anybody. So that's definitely... Garrosh is actually looking at Cassia here. Polymorph, she manages to get out of the Immortal stun, and she is absolutely fine. So they need to wait a couple of seconds before that happens.
Oh, we see an Immortal stun on the Li Ming. She gets cleansed, and it's able to blink away. Immortal just chunking away. We'll see in the Garrosh looking for yet. Oh, we see a hook on the Tychus, but he gets thrown away. Uther, though, he does not have the same luxury, and he just dies to the Tychus. Looks like they're going to take the fort on the first objective once again.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. If they manage to get a nice little garage throw onto someone, and then Tychus focus on them, they are going to absolutely shred the target and get a lot of value. But Garrosh is trying to gank top
Yep, he
Sonya,
immediately
and
rotates top. He's gonna eat all of the tower shots, so he's not gonna be able to commit on that throw. And she's gonna spin away to safety. Meanwhile, blue side is looking at that bottom siege camp, and with everybody showing top, this is gonna be pretty much a free camp on their
Yeah.
side.
they're trading camps at the moment, so still, it's a pretty good trade for them. If only Tychus rotated a little bit earlier, they would have gotten the kill. But I do want to draw your attention to Li Ming's level 7. She's going full on Orb build instead of Calamity.
Oh no,
so
like this. Not like this.
Orbit level 4 is really good, especially in this map, but Orbit level 7?
See, typically you will see like a missile build for the Rays if they don't have much other option. But full orb is a bit questionable, especially with the amount of CC they have, which is pretty much just an Uther and a
There's
hook.
a bit of brawl going on top there.
I'm
Thrall
looking
is
at it.
dropping really low, but Driving saved him for now. And the frontliners of the red team are dropping quite a lot. No, frontliners. It was Thrall and it was Tychus, my bad. Well, he's almost melee, so.
Yeah, both teams fast approaching 10. The red side looks like they're going to get it quicker. But they should be okay with the camp and that bottom wave, potentially. I think the blue side can also secure 10 at about the same time.
Yes, they're gonna get a camp there. I was actually thinking if the red team was gonna try to invade, hoping to get a 10 in the middle of that fight, but they opted to be a little bit safe. And we have Laser here actually, no Odin, and Sundering again. So again, the red team manages to get very early on the Immortal. They proc the halftime show right there. Oh my god, there is a gank on Sonya. She definitely was in the wrong place and the wrong time there.
Yeah, unfortunately, the blue side's not going to have much of a choice right now except to poke on their side, which I'm quite surprised that the red team is not being a little more aggressive, considering they still have a 10-second on that Sonya. Instead, they're just going to opt to clear this camp, and
Clear Stitches.
somehow the Stitches is engaging here. Did he get thrown? I did not see.
He did get thrown. He face-checked the bush with Garrosh and got thrown right into Tychus and Thrall. So they were clearing the blue team's heroes, killed Stitches, and now, I had to use Divine Shield to save the Cassia's life, but Illidan is dropping, Killidan actually, on Hanzo is dropping quite low there. But the Garrosh manages to find someone else and drops Uther down, and this looks to be an objective for the red team.
Yeah, with how low that Hanzo has been this entire time, imagine if he had been Calamity. He probably could have, I think he could have gotten 2 kills, potentially on that Garrosh too.
Yeah, the Calamity would have gotten a lot of resets there, but, you know. And they're trying to look to get to the top 4 as well, and they might just have a chance. Oh, Hook misses, so that's now on Garrosh.
Yeah, with this, they actually picked Laser. I actually haven't gone over any of these ults, by the way, because everything, once again, is happening so fast. Well, we have we're not, well, we see a Gorge here on the garage. Is he going to make it to the wall? Yes, he is. And he's just going to get immediately deleted by the blue side. That's a very good potential comeback. That's maybe a little early to call it, but...
Yeah, he did get a 5-man taunt, but unfortunately he died, so there wasn't any chance to doing anything. Stitches got a revenge, he got thrown in by Garrosh twice and killed, so now he says, no, now I'm going to throw you into my own structures and my own team. So well played by the blue team there, but the red team instant rotation bot, trying to push that wave right into the keep's front wall, and of course grabbing the bottom camps. So really good macro play by them.
Yep, that's going to be pretty much a free camp. Stitches is now up. However, the blue side is on the talent disadvantage at the moment. We see that the Sonya is just looking at them pass by, but yet does nothing. So I guess we're just going to look to clear this camp. And they did have somebody on the camp, so it might have been okay to try to get a quick pick there.
Yeah, I think she was trying to look for a lead, but when she saw that it was pretty much the entire red team rotating, she decided to not force a fight, which is a safe play there. If it was one person doing a very aggressive rotation, she probably would have leapt on it and tried to get a quick kill. But the red team is trying to get all the camps, not waiting for the objective, so there's a big push top happening at the moment.
Yep, there's an Uther stepping a little bit far forward. Looks like a bait to me. Garrosh looking for a throw on the Sonya. He is going to get it. But she is just murdering their backline. She gets polymorphed and she's going to be taken down, unable to leap away.
Yeah, that was a pretty good arrow that preventing the Sonya's team to coming into her rescue. And the Garrosh in a cheeky bush right there, maybe trying to catch some on the rotation, but the Sonya being thrown right onto Hanzo is Sonya's dream. She doesn't have to use leap to get to the enemy backline, but fortunately the arrow was really good, and of course bribing, which is a good counter to any sort of dive. And now the red team is using that big push they have top, trying to deal as much damage to the keep as possible.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to get a lot of value, though, and they're just going to go ahead and immediately rotate to the Immortal. Maybe the blue side can do something now. They are even talent tiers. They have 5 players. Maybe they should look for something here, get some of that momentum going in their favor, but it looks like they're just going to go and get a little bit of damage, not too much, on the enemy Immortal.
Yeah, just a few shots. You can't really be late to the race. If your race is much worse than your enemies, then of course the red team again being right on point to the rotation, getting that massive advantage on the Immortal health. And the Garrosh is looking very sneakily from the back. This is very dangerous. Oh, there's a very dangerous position to be in. If he's gonna get gorged again, oh, he unstoppable. Really well done.
Oh, great leap from the Sonya. She jumps on that Brightwing and gets the kill. We're gonna see a gorge on the Tychus to prevent him from chunking the stitches. And he's now running for his life. Sonya's spinning away, and she gets the kill. Very good. The Hanzo in the backline just running away. No health. He has a whole 21%. Come on, guys. You can get him.
Oh, almost.
Ah! Instead.
Misses. Well, if only we get Calamity right now.
But she does have Wave of Force. It's just in a couple of seconds. Oh, there it is. A blind Q. Potentially blind Q. Meanwhile, Sonya very slowly getting some damage. Here.
But the Hanzo wasted so much their time, actually, which gives plenty of time, for them to respawn and do something. And the Thrall is trying to run away from Stitches. The hook narrowly misses, even though he wouldn't do much. It was just Stitches alone, so you can't really kill Thrall.
Yeah, he really did. He really did. That's something that you kind of have to recognize. Like, if getting a kill is good, but if you're pretty much wasting all of your death timers, you might just want to back off and instead go to the objective. We're gonna see a gorge on the Thrall, but the Stitches gets thrown in polymorph. We get a D-shield from the Uther. And an arrow on 3 people. With no follow-up. Oh, that's Sundering on the Li Ming, but she's gonna get out. We're gonna see a hook on the Thrall. He gets leaped after, and he gets deleted.
That was a very ambitious arrow, but it was actually a very good arrow from Hanzo, but there was a bit of a miscommunication there. Stitch is looking for the cheeky hook, by the way. Really good play here by the blue team, trying to get that hook over the wall, but unfortunately no one was there, but still great idea by Stitches. But coming back to the previous fight, there was a really good arrow there, but a bit of miscommunication since there wasn't really anyone to follow up, and the red team desperately tried to make something happen off of it, and unfortunately Thrall got hooked and then killed by the Stitches, so bit lucky for the blue team.
Yeah, this is a 4v5, however, the blue side still shy away from that 16. Garrosh is still looking. He doesn't care that one of their people is dead. He's still gonna look.
I mean, if you get a flip with Hanzo or Tychus, you can kill anyone insanely quickly, so that's absolutely valid play, especially that you still had a fort there for a couple of seconds to maybe help out with the damage. So,
yeah. Absolutely. The Owls are going to rotate to the safe Bruiser camp rather than trying to get an advantage on the neutral camps. Meanwhile, the red team goes to the top. We're going to see people positioning here mid. Looking for a potential hook on the back line here.
Yeah, this is really well. Oh, that Garrosh, he throws them away. He was gonna be locked into that cubby holder. It was a pretty good play by the blue team. I really like it. Positioning there aggressively, trying to cut some on rotation. We saw the red team was very confused by the blue team appearing there, so they definitely had a chance to make something happen and get a few kills.
Yeah, I feel like the Owls are having a little bit of trouble on getting any type of value off of their macro. As I said before, they had just got... We didn't know that pretty much the whole red team was top. And they might be telling me to shut up here, because they're instead invading the Bruiser camp on the red side.
Yeah, they saw red team leaving and now they're invading. It's really well played. I like the trying to be more aggressive and make something happen in this game, trying to win it. So definitely great play by them. Side notice, notes, Thrall went for the Alpha Wolf at level 16, so there's even more percentage damage. That Stitches, if he's gonna get thrown, he's gonna die even faster right now.
Poor Stitches. I was just saying, like, we did see everybody top lane before, so going for that bottom camp and then the bruiser after, they might have still been able to get the invade anyway, potentially. We do see that the red team is just positioning immediately for the race, with everybody on the blue side just walking in. We just do a little bit of poke. Nobody's committing to a full engage. This is getting later in the game. The death timers are becoming longer, so we're not looking to take any big risks just yet.
Yeah, red team is opting to defend there, which is of course also always scary with the Stitches potentially landing that hook and getting that kill. There's a bit of a poke war here, but the blue team fortified themselves on the Immortal. There is the arrow and the Immortal stun onto Sonya, who has to leap away from being thrown into the garage.
We do see a Gorge on the garage. Stitches running very low. We're gonna see a blow up on the garage after all. Sonya and Stitches getting quite low, but they're still alive, which is more than Garrosh can say. We're gonna see them retreat, get a quick tap, and look for a potential re-engage here. Cassia, did she pick Ball of Lightning? Because she does have some big balls by stepping there by herself. She does.
She definitely did. That was I mean, Garrosh being dead, they don't really have any tools to really lock her down there, so she was maybe trying to get a bit of poke, which I don't think was really necessary. She would have been on the race there, but the blue team looks like they're going to claim this objective for themselves, unless the red team.
Oh, we're gonna see a hook on the right wing. She blinks away though to safety. Tyke is chunking away at the Sonya team and being like, "Hey, get the Immortal instead. We can win the race." And looks blue side just gave that Immortal.
Yeah, very close. And the blue team, even this clearly shows how great the race for the red team is. Oh, they actually won it. Wow. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, they did.
I thought the blue team won that actually.
No, that's why I said they gave it. Like, they just needed to keep a couple of their heroes there and just keep maybe 1-2 people on the other side. We did have advantage in the numbers. And they're gonna get scouted by the Henzo arrow. Stitch is getting thrown away. We see an NA arrow miss everyone, point blank. Sonya running for her life. She's getting de-shielded. She's gonna be okay. We see a lightning bolt from the Cassia, and Garrosh running low, but you know, Brightwing being Brightwing. Meanwhile, team is not defending that bottom keep, which is getting chunked away by the Immortal. Cassia is just going to die, and Stitches is gonna fall. That's a 3-man leap, but unfortunately, it's not going to get anybody. Potentially with a Calamity, but we don't have Calamity this game.
There was a very messy fight there. It looks like red team somehow managed to scrap and just do a 5-man team wipe there.
Yeah.
They're calling GG. Indeed. The blue team definitely played this game a lot better. I really like some of the aggressive plays that they made, the aggressive rotations that they did, some really good hooks. But unfortunately, the last team fight, very messy there. They tried to invade. They were scouted. Even though the arrow missed, it seemed like they were a little bit all over the place. They landed a few hooks. They managed to gauge. Garrosh throwing the Stitches back into his team with Tychus in his belly. And then Stitches actually almost walked away. And then a 3-man leap actually not getting any kills. So it was just so close for the blue team to actually winning that. But the Gooses claim a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, they definitely did better this game, but as I said before, they just looks like they struggled with pushing their advantage and let the red team do a lot when they shouldn't have. If you get a couple of kills, the goal is to just take everything on the map or the potential objective, but instead they just backed away.
Yep, and having the Orming, which fortunately she did not go for a glass cannon, and it isn't great, but still, there's a little bit of a value they're missing, which of course, these orbs, they definitely can do a ton of damage against that Immortal, so it wasn't completely unwarranted.
Okay, well, personally, I don't have a lot of questions. I know you're not feeling very well, so I think we're just gonna cut it here. I think this might be my last cast for the season, so unless I can find something. But this might be the last one. Yeah, everything else is playoffs, and I don't think I'm part of that. So, well played to the Gooses. Congrats on that victory. And I'm not sure if they're going to playoffs, but if you are, good luck.
Yep, good luck, and well played to both teams.
Yep, have a good night, everybody.